So now you know what employee ownership is. It's simply when the people who work for a company, the employees or the workers, own all or part of that company. According to the General Social Survey, about 20% of US employees say they own equity or shares in the companies where they work. So we believe that about 20% of US employees are, in some sense, employee owners. Again, some of those people may own just a tiny, tiny percentage of all the stock in their company, whereas others may own a large percentage. Employee ownership is a broad umbrella term. It covers any arrangement where employees own shares of stock or equity of the company where they work. There are many different such arrangements. In the United States, there are 4 main types of employee ownership, as the slide shows. One is the Employee Stock Ownership Plan, or ESOP. A second is the Worker Cooperative. A third broad type we'll call equity compensation. And more recently, we've seen the emergence of the Employee Ownership Trust. There are other types of employee ownership too, but those 4 are the most common. You'll learn about each of these types later. Employee ownership is found in countries around the world as well. For example, in the Basque region of Spain, the largest worker cooperative conglomerate in existence, known as Mondragon, has developed. Different countries have different laws and regulations, and some have distinct cultures and traditions of worker ownership. Even multinational corporations, so corporations with employees located all over the world, have found ways to implement employee ownership programs with a global workforce. We'll talk again about employee ownership globally, and we'll include links to more information. I do want to make one thing clear. In this course, our main interest is broad-based employee ownership. Broad-based forms of employee ownership cover all or most employees within the business as owners, including, and this is very important, including the employees in lower wage and lower tier jobs. Some types of employee ownership in the United States, including the ESOP, are required by law to be broad-based. But with some other types of employee ownership, it really is up to the company to decide what employees they will cover, how broad-based they will be. So what do broad-based employee-owned companies look like? What do some of them feel like? They do come in all shapes and sizes, and they have unique workplace cultures and practices, so it can be hard to generalize. Myself, I think the best way to understand employee ownership is to hear from employee owners in their own words. For that reason, I want you to take some time now to watch some short videos. After you watch them, come back, because soon you'll get to meet the founders of 2 employee-owned companies.